today if you'd like to tick your box.
Yep, that's all good, mate.
There you go. Hello and welcome to FT Division and CCRL around the beautiful sunny circuit of France.
Hi, DPS.
That's good to have you, TopNotch.
Thank you, mate.
What are your expectations for today?
Well, after yesterday's race, I'm certainly looking forward to this one. Especially considering we've got some new drivers in there that we've been racing with ourselves.
Yeah, we've got some new faces. We've got Rack Yak testing out, and I believe we have a new person trying out today.
That'd be Swift. I've
Yeah.
seen Swift before.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We've got someone leaving. Pie Eater, there you go. He's currently first. You expecting big things, or do you reckon it'll be a bit closer?
Yeah, I think they'll be close today. It's a very good track, France. There's a lot of nice straights to get some, good overtaking on. So I race too long today.
It's a bit odd to see him out. I've just noticed that there's only 15 drivers, so no one's going out. So just taking a lap. As Raphael goes out as well now. Both alphas.
Maybe they ain't done much practice and they just want to get a lap in, maybe.
It'll be interesting because it's my first thought when, if you don't have to set a lap, it's 15 drivers and you're safe, my first lap is to just retire from that session. Because you're not going out and you can just save your tyres for if you need them.
Yep, and you do get a good amount of time in Q2 to, you go on a medium set, and then if you're not on, you can go back on a proper set. You normally got good time in Q2 to do that. Oh, and then mistakes. I don't like going out in Q1 if I don't have to, because, the game isn't very kind sometimes, and yeah, being taken out of the race when you don't really need to. I've seen it happen a few times, and
There's Pite is on his lap. It's not looking too bad. I think he is top. A lot of people saying that he should move up. I don't think there's a reason. I think he's quick, but I think it's still quite close.
yeah.
If I just go up, there you go. Standings. Obviously excluding Canada, because that race will be done at the end of the season. Pie Eater is joint first on 64 points with Peppermeat, with Jake Moore, third Man with the Cash, fourth with 50 points. So it's a tight battle up there. Racing Point On 64 and 61 points. So
Yeah, they're doing really well at the minute. 20 point.
White is going to cross the line. 131.7.
Decent starting lap.
Right. That's a very good lap to start off with. That's probably faster than what I can do.
Yeah,
Raphael thinks he'll be next.
Yeah, the racing points have been very consistent. So the Alfa Romeos and the Williams and the Red Bulls will be looking to get some decent points on the board. Start catching up a little bit.
Another person I'm going to look out for is obviously Hamilton. We know him. You know he's quick. Obviously, he's only just come in. This will be technically his first race, considering Canada didn't count.
Yep.
So I do expect him to be up there. And Jace Lee is also very quick.
Yeah, they're two very fast drivers, we know. They're both very good drivers as well. They're very consistent in their craft. You don't see many mistakes from Hamilton or Jace Lee, so that's something to keep in mind. I believe Hamilton's now starting his lap.
I feel obviously invalidated his lap. I think a couple of people are doing that as well, but Jace Lee 131.9, so he's up there.
Yep.
With one of the men to beat.
Yeah, that's a good show from Jace Lee. That is not. That's only 2 attempts into that.
I reckon it's going to be quite close with Cash. Another 31, 39.
Other than the pole position yesterday, it was terribly close. There was a few attempts between the whole top 10, I think. Camo
very close, yeah.
Like 4 attempts, so I expect him to be close.
And Camo was helped by his teammate with slipstream the whole.
Yeah, that's good teamwork though. Good teamwork.
I didn't expect. I'm not sure if Dufflump made a mistake and he just from that point just went, okay, I'll give you some slipstream. Beautiful with Dufflump, who had to start on a hard tyre. Would have wanted to actually be up there a bit more.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with Duffer.
There goes Hamilton, a 131 dead. Much faster.
That's a very fast time. I'm just trying to think the fastest time we've seen around there so far. It was a 131.4, I believe.
I think it was something around that, yeah.
Oh, he's already 4 attempts up on that.
There's Shane, a 131 dead as well. Paita, 131.3, so it does improve.
Yeah, so we have got quite a few people going around and getting a feeler for the track then, so they're not really worried about the tyres or anything like that. They just want to get some laps in.
So people are saying, look, I need to try and find someone who's actually setting laps. I'm missing out. There you go, we'll go on board with
Swift.
He's on his out lap, come to the end.
I believe Swift is on a lap, mate.
He is pushing, okay, we'll go on board with him. It's that corner quite a bit there.
Yeah,
and he's gone
over the curve.
That one as well. And he's backed off.
Yeah, he's backed off of that.
I'll go with Peppermeat as he just crosses the line to start his lap. I think we're all expecting him to be in the low 131s, up there with the top 3 at the moment. Obviously some people maybe not pushing as much, knowing that no one's going out, just getting a feel for the track.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you've always got that knowledge that you don't really need to push on the Q1 if it's 15 people. And the only person that's took advantage of that is Mr. T at the moment. He's retired in the pits, and Senna's now joined in.
And Senna as well.
Peppermeat looking very clean so far. .52.8 for sector 2, so he's up there with them.
He is pushing. And now it's this last sector. I like the last sector. And you
Such a fun sector, isn't it?
And a lot of people take different lines going around all these corners.
Yeah, and that works out. It's really strange.
Some people like to touch the curb, some people like to go that little bit wide.
He opens his DRS. He's run out of deployment at the moment, so he's
1:31.5.
yeah, still up there.
Turn my phone on silent.
Shane's joined Hamilton on the 1:31's dead, so Shane's looking good to win France.
Hamilton has retired. I think Swift is on the lap, he's pushing. So in the last sector,
Yep.
what can he do?
Coming through the last corner now.
Third lap on those softs though. Can he be over there?
Yeah, DRS deployment.
1:31.9, not bad.
Dangerous Dan is the only one that's not in the 1:31s at the moment, but he is on the hard, so that's understandable.
There you go, you got Jake Moore and the last sector on the hards.
I always look for the Red Bull. He's not in the Red Bull, is he?
He's starting. He's just starting his lap, yeah. Oh, are you happy with the car you were put in for?
Yeah.
The league?
I like the Toro Rossos. I was more worried about being in the Williams, to be honest. Anything other than the Williams, I'd have been happy. I don't know if that was a little bit of a corner cut from Jake Moore there. Don't know if he's still pushing, so I'm not sure if it was.
I'm currently on board with Jay Meadows, who's backed out. Yeah, he went across the bump a bit too much there.
I think Jake is still pushing, so I don't think he's invalidated his lap, no. Such a fun track to race around. So many overtaking opportunities around here, on the game and in real life.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it. Obviously in real life it's one of the worst races to watch. Not much happened, a bit boring. I know a lot of people don't like the track because of it's quite easy to invalidate.
Yeah, it is. That first two corners, it was a real big issue for me, especially yesterday.
It's that second corner you want to get on the throttles as soon as you can, but it is very difficult to try and get out the corner very well. It's Jake Paul is going to cross the line. Is he going to sell that? He does. 1:32.8
on the hard tyres.
Here should we see Rakiak making his debut. Will it be his last race in F2? Maybe not, depends how we see tonight. Where's Jay Meadows? He's pushing. Well, as it's Q1 and no one's going out, how was your race yesterday?
I think that went quite well. I was a bit disappointed at this corner right here, as I slid sideways around most of it. But after that, I kind of just got my head down and tried to get as many points as possible. I knew that Camo and them were gone, so yeah, it was a good race. It was lots and lots of fun. How do you think yours went?
Well, my qualifying wasn't as good as yours, so I had I stuck behind a few more people into that first corner, which is it's not enjoyable.
No.
And you don't want to be behind anyone in that first corner in the second one, as Duffer found out as well, spinning out. But no, I thought it was good. Nil contact. Lost part of my wing. Saw you spin. But no, it was. I think in the second stint it was a bit more enjoyable trying to catch you and your teammate. Obviously, it wasn't a bad race for Toro Rosso, but third and fifth, I think you got, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got fifth in the end, and Monster got third. Yeah, it was a very good race. And like I said a little while ago, that the thing that got me was the first corners really. Going through the first and then sliding a little bit and then cutting the second was just, it just kept happening, and that's where I was losing my time, I think. I just kept, I was pulling out of it, not really committing. It was so much fun, side by side. Most of the lap with Monster was pretty good.
Yeah, it looked like I sat behind you for most of the race. I thought it was quite fun watching you two race.
Yeah, we knew you were coming. We knew you were coming. We didn't want you to, but there weren't really much we could do at that point. I think we'll start seeing some retirements. These guys.
A few
once
more.
Once they've used one set of tyres, I don't think they'll go out again.
Heiter's out again on a pair of softs. I'm assuming ones he's already used.
Yeah, you would think so.
Rakiak, I think he's about to finish his lap, even though it says out lap. See where he is. 1:30, isn't it? It's 1:32.7. But he does have a lot of ERS left. So
Yeah, he does.
Whether or not he's backed out. But
He has a lot
look
of
at
deployment left. The white bar on the left hand side is your deployment, and it doesn't look like he's used any at the end of his lap. That's a strange one.
There you go, as we start talking about it. Element Snow crossing in a 1:30.7 his first lap, but Paita out again has managed to go on a 30.4. People are getting faster.
Now, I wonder if Pai is on the same tyres. Or has he gone again? Because it wouldn't it say like 4 or 5 laps on them if it was the same set of tyres?
I think if you go into the pits, it just
Resets them?
I think it's just laps you've done from the point of leaving the pits. Well, I'm hoping. I think it would be weird to see him use 2 sets of softs.
Yeah. Well, that's a good lap, is what I'm saying. That's a good lap if he's done 4 or 5 laps on them.
Like I said, I think it's some people pushing harder than others. Obviously, some people just want to get a little bit of practice in if they haven't, get used to the track, and then get ready for Q2, Q1, where it matters.
Definitely. Have a sip of my cup of tea while they're not much going on.
There you go, I've actually just finished mine. There you go, JC coming to cross the line. Can he improve at 1:31.9? A 1:31.7. Not bad, it's improved. That is the end of quali. I think the only person that is going to improve is Swift. And he's 2 tenths faster as we speak in the first sector.
Yeah, so he's looking good, opening the DRS up.
Especially in that the beautiful Ferrari.
I love it. I love the sound of the Ferrari when it's off power through the corners. It's got like a nasty little growl to it. Or purr. That's better, yeah, a purr. 2 temps up. 2 temps up.
He's still only 2 tenths out. Obviously, I think you went a bit wide. Just get started at the start of the second sector. So definitely time to find.
Yeah, some of these curbs can help you, and some of them can really hinder you. I've found. So picking the curbs that you use and the ones that you don't use is an art in itself. As he comes around the last corner onto the straight, he's out of deployment, so he can get the use of his ERS. But
131.3. That's a
puts it in
big
sixth
improvement.
place. Yep.
Found a lot of time in that third sector. I think there is some time, more time you can find in the second sector, so it'll be definitely very interesting to see.
I think a lot of people are struggling around here with their deployment. You know, it's something that you really got to master on this game, because if you notice when they come through to the last corner, their deployment bar is empty, and that means that you're not actually getting any of your ERS. So it's something to watch, and the best way of countering that is to, like on a chicane or somewhere where you don't really need to be in hot lap, switch it down to 1 or 2 or even off, you know, and that's how you harvest that. That's the best way, I find.
Yeah, it is difficult some tracks. You stay in hot lap, overtake the whole lap, have no problem. Some tracks you don't, but it's a very fast track, and the
Yeah.
way to get back some of the ERS and deployment is in the slow corners, which there aren't many in France.
No, no, I find like the last sector, because you're not sideways, but you're really on camber through corners and on and off throttle. You don't really need it in hot lap. You know, you can go through that whole last sector in 2 or 3. You know. So start of Q2. Let's see who goes out first.
I'll tell you one thing that's good to see is Element not in F3. After that lap he set in Q1, it's probably for the best he's not in Q3. He destroyed everyone. Taking it from Camo.
Yeah, it was a very fast lap.
First one to leave the pit. Mike's gone a bit weird there.
Mine?
Yeah. Oh no, it's gone. It's better. That was weird. There you go, Raikkone's let Hamilton by.
Yeah, if I ever do that again,
The
mate,
man
just
that
tell me
likes.
and I will unplug my mic. That does that sometimes.
Mine does it as well.
I don't even know what that sounds like because I can't hear it. So
It's a static thing.
yeah,
It's literally all you. There he goes. We've got Hamilton, the guy that likes to steal the show. It's going to be the first one to set a lap.
Hamilton's
You know
gonna
him
be
very
first.
well.
Yep, teammates in RSF1, very fast and consistent driver. So, like I said earlier, we'll be expecting Hamilton to be up there, I should think.
However, I believe, I might be wrong. He might have changed it, but he is trying to run no traction, which I think he's not done before. So whether he's mastered it or not, or he's gone back to a bit higher, it'll be good to see. I see he'll either get faster or a bit slower as we see the cone go flying.
That gives me some hope, you know, that these really fast drivers are still using assists, you know, so the traction control was one of the main things for me, really. Gears and that stuff I can handle, but it's really hard to feather it when you're on a controller.
Yes, yeah, I remember first trying out around Belgium. I actually couldn't get around the last corner. You touch the throttle, like the tiniest bit, and you're spinning.
Yeah, it's very hard to know
Yes.
the pressure, what you need, and you've got to learn every corner. You know, it's not like one and you're done. It's at every corner you've got to learn.
Yeah, definitely have to have a wheel to use no traction.
Yeah, I think there are people that do it, but it's an art, I think.
There's a yellow in sector 2, but I'm assuming that's just people getting out of people's way. It looks rather clean from Hamilton as he goes across the final corner. Still got some point left pushing.
Yeah, a little bit. Just on the line, you want to say.
1:31.8.
Nice lap from
That's very
Hamilton.
decent. We go to Rakiak, who I think is the next one.
He's pulled
Oh,
out.
he's pulled out. Oh, who's next? Raphael.
Right.
I think. Oh no, Swift.
Swift still in with the 1:31.5. That's on the soft. Don't know who's next.
Whether or not he's doing well, Raphael is starting on that. Oh god. There you go. Oh, Mamlakash is on that lap. Peppermeat.
Peppermeat's just behind him on the softs as well. This boy just
Oh.
setting laps on the softs. Oh,
He's invalidated.
must have been an invalidation there.
Toby in the
Got some
last
other
sector on the
people coming.
softs. Jacely ahead on the mediums. Very surprised people
We've
on
got
the softs.
Dangerous
obviously,
Dan now
doing
going to
it.
cross the line. I've now starting straight. Let's cross the line on the 132.
1:32.1.
And
Jake
Moore.
on the 1:31.9.
Oh! We had a Ferrari coming out of the pits there, which was Senna. Dangerous Dan very well out of the to avoid an accident there.
Too much going on. Paita obviously set a lap, got backed out.
Oh, Peppermint gone straight through the artificial chicane, halfway through the lap. He's obviously had a problem.
We've got Raphael Letha, but he's gone very wide. I don't be very surprised if that's okay. He's not backed
Okay,
out.
the next one will be Man with Cash, mate.
Oh no, it is Raphael. If he sets
Oh, is
that time, he's gonna. No, he doesn't. Okay, maybe it is Mamba Cash.
And he's on the mediums. He hasn't got any deployment though. So, to watch. On the
Not
back
a
straight,
bad
he could
lap
be
though,
suffering.
still.
Yep. 1:32.1. Right in the mix. Who's next?
Peppermeat
That be Peppermint?
in the pits.
Yeah.
Raphael still seems to be pushing.
Yeah.
Paita's backed
Yeah.
off, he's getting in the pits. So, I'll only really be expecting something from Raphael, but he's very low on the RS. He looks very quick
See what he's doing
in
for a
the past
second
couple of
sector.
races.
53.8.
On old softs, worn soft. As if you can hear it, my dog barking in the background.
He's saying hello.
Worn softs?
He's running low on fuel as well.
Oh,
That's
and
a
he's
pit.
gone very wide. Obviously,
Yeah, I
he's
think
judged
he's
that.
going to the pits.
We've got
Rakiak's
Senna
on a lap,
on the lap.
and Senna on a lap, yeah.
I think the only person who will go on board on the softs. Interesting choice. I think, was it last night? I think every time it gets to Q2 in Year 3, everyone goes out in the mediums. And if you're outside the top 10, you don't see many people want to go onto the softs because they know everyone wants to start on the mediums. So it's always interesting.
It is an interesting one because if you go on the hards, you've really got to try hard not to get wing damage, because if you get that wing damage at the start of the race on the hard set of tyres, that's your plan for the race is out of the window, so it's more to think about than just the tyres you're on. Sometimes it is good to be on a set of soft, because if you do get damage at, like, say, Monaco, then, you're not so damaged because you didn't expect to go long on that stint. I think Senna's now going to finish his lap. And Tsunoda's joined back. Senna goes fastest. On 1:31.1.
Have we seen faster lap times?
Yep.
But did you go out again on the mediums and get quicker? We're seeing like mid-30s in Q1. I think that'll probably be the tyre he starts on. Okay. Who's about to set a lap?
I think that'd be Rack Yak.
Lit just on board.
1:32.6.
Avoiding the person in the pits. What about Jay Meadows starting his lap?
Yep.
We'll come back. So we'll come back to him. Jay Slee's not pushing. Jake not pushing. Hamilton is pushing. He's on the softs.
Yeah,
he's
on
not
the
going
softs.
for the mediums.
He's feeling that might be, if you know, then a few of them bottom cars go to softs, then that could knock him down. So he's not feeling the soft of the mediums. So he can go on the softs.
So go back to last night. If you had to get through on the softs, would you go to the two-stop or would you try and get the soft to the hards?
I think you gotta try and get the soft to the hard. Definitely. It's not so much about pushing when, you know, you want to really be trying to be consistent. If you're spinning the back tyres up, then that's not going to work, and you're probably better to really push and then switch it to that two-stop. Especially in this, I hate this bit, because then you try and get the power hair and that just spins. Really. So I would definitely just probably switch it up. And Hamilton goes
There
top.
you go. So he's not one to mess with.
No.
Obviously, we're used to seeing him up there. Jay Meadows has backed out of his lap. Peppermeat has backed out of his lap as well. I think Rakyak's gone back into the pits. He's got enough time to go onto the softs. Jay Meadows is going to start
a lap.
See, this is you're familiar with this view on the house.
Yeah, we'll just ignore the 1:45.1. It's clear that he was saving the RS and preparing himself for another lap. See what he can do on this one.
If he really wants to get through, obviously he will have enough time. I think he'll have enough time. If he invalidates or he doesn't think it's fast enough, he can always back down to the pits and quickly go onto the softs.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to see a mad rush in a second. People coming out of them pits, all that middle group.
There's people already. You got both alphas. You got man with a cash just left. But interesting to see Pie Eater and Raphael on mediums, man with a cash on softs.
Yep.
Those are elements though, the only other person to not settle up apart from the alphas.
Very different from the F3 race, isn't it? Because we were all on mediums and one hard and a couple of softs. But these F2 drivers are feeling different. Jay Meadows coming up for the last couple of corners. Good so far. And at this last corner, just like everyone else, he's going to run out of deployment mode. He opens the RS, crosses the line.
1:32.5.
11. Do you think he's got time to get round and get the softs on?
No, he definitely doesn't have enough time to go around the soft, so it's whether or not he's still on 5.
Yeah,
still
he
not
is.
Lap, so he's pushing. I'll stay on board with him just to see if he goes up.
Yeah,
He's
I
up in
think
his
he
time.
definitely knows that he's got to improve. He's not going to get that chance to get the softs on, so he's pushing it crazy.
But Pie Eater did just finish a lap on the 1:31.3 on mediums.
A very good lap. second off
Mamakash just
Hamilton.
starting his lap on the
Basically.
softs, and Raphael on the mediums as well. So he believes both alphas believe they can get through on mediums. He's a very good lap. Their final corner, bit deep. Lost a little bit of time. 132.
Not Jay Meadow down and Jace Lee.
But
Jace Lee.
that does mean, I mean, he still is on the hot lap, but I think he just cut that corner a little bit.
Jace
I
Lee
think
has
he
not
left
gone
the
out.
session.
That is Jace Lee out. Jay Meadow puts it
Man
in
with a
10th in the
Oh.
last place. What a job
Man
on
with the
them
cash.
old tyres.
Mamakash backing out, going wide.
Yeah, I think he knows he's got time to
And
get round and
Toby
start another lap.
going wide as well.
30 seconds for man with the cash to get round this last sector. Should be able to do that.
Dangerous Dan on hot laps are going to start his lap. Raphael not pushing. Element Snow is out
And on the lap.
on a lap, cutting it very close to the restrictions there. I'll see what else is out. Senna just ahead of him. He's now again on the softs. Element on the mediums, so it'll be very good to see the difference between them. As we see Shane.
Through that chicane,
Don't
very
know.
nice.
Oh, he's didn't know where he was then. Oh, Toby on a bit wide.
Shane sector
going for
2
everyone.
is looking pretty good and he's a 10th up
Jake.
on his time.
Is second on the soft, a 130.6, just crosses the line. It's a very, very good lap. There's the Element Snow. Those.
Senna's just in
Senna.
front of him and he's on a good lap at the moment.
There you go, very nicely through that corner. Can he improve? Already looks very good. Can he
Yep.
improve for 130.8? That's very good.
Very good
Element Snow
time.
crosses the line. 131.8. Very close.
On the
But
mediums.
Man with the
On
cash.
the mediums.
He's pushed down onto the boundary. Oh fuck! I don't know who it was. I think it was. I don't know who it was. Oh, Toby. Cutting
I think
corners
that was
here.
Dangerous Dan that just knocked him down,
So,
mate.
Going. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just went on board with Toby. He's just cut straight across some corners there. Not to start a lap, just to get into the pits. I was very confused, but yeah. Element. So the only person going to knock him out is Rakyak, who goes into the pits.
Yep.
Element just.
On the
Only
cusp.
Element Pies are making it through on the mediums.
Ooh.
Obviously, that's Rakyak, Jace Lee, 14th and 15th. Two people that who started in F3. Obviously, Jace Lee feeling like he's more F2 pace. Rakyak testing it out. So it'll be good to see what happens in the race for them. And also having the fresh tyres.
Yeah, that you do get that advantage from going through. You get that new set of tyres, so see what one they pick to start the race on.
Not bad at all. Looking quite good, very close. And different strategies, obviously. But sadly, people going out in Q2. Got Man with the Cash in 11th, just missing out by 3 tenths. Jay Meadows in 12th in the Haas. Raphael Leifer in the Alpha. Jace Lee in the Haas and Rakyak in the McLaren. Look, it's very close. Element obviously getting a good lap in, just to stay in.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is,
at the top.
Element Snow got into the top 10 on the medium tyres, so that was
So
a very good lap from
Python.
Element. Yeah. So they'll
Going
be
in,
on a different strategy.
if they both of them can get very right in the top 5, you have to feel like they are favourites to win. Having the tyres that can go longer and they can push harder.
Yep, definitely.
There you go, Q3 starting. Based off of what has happened in the past 2, what do you reckon? Who do you reckon is on pole? Who's your favourite?
Well, definitely think Hamilton's going to be up there. And who else looked really fast? I'd say Pyre on the medium tyres stuck in a really good lap. I think he was like exactly a second behind Hamilton there, so the difference between the tyres is about a second, so it's going to be close.
It's going to be fun. Obviously, we know a fair few numbers of the people left in Q3, so we know it should be very close. As Shane is leading everyone out of the pits. It's going to be very different because I feel, based off the start of the season, Paita you would have thought favourite to get pole, but Hamilton is looking very strong. So is Shane. So is Jake Moore.
Yep, Shane matched Hamilton on that soft run, didn't he, I believe? Very close, so I think there's a good 3 or 4 drivers that could get pole there if any mistakes are made. That's the thing, you want to get a bank lap in to make sure you got one in there. And I know someone that is really good at that, and that is RSF1 Hamilton. He's very good at getting that lap in when he needs it.
I think I've just been calling him Ronix, haven't I?
I did that for a good while.
Yeah. People need to stop changing their names. There you go, if you want to do an on-board with Shane.
Yep, as he starts his lap, coming into the first corner. Change the gear around the second one. Good job not to invalidate there. Very nice through there. He'll be looking to flick it around here and onto the back straight. There's 2 actual back straights on this track, isn't there?
Yeah. Good for him.
So he opens DRS. Hard on that braking zone through the chicane. Catching them curves very nicely, Shane is. Opening up that throttle onto the second back straight of the France track. Got some very nice speed, nearly hitting 200 before that corner. And he flicks it into here and very nicely catches the curb. It's a very interesting corner. See what he takes it nice and tight. Very nice from Shane. See where he can go into the last couple of corners. Nice and tight. Just missed the apex, but that's alright. Clips the apex there. Onto the throttle. DRS open. Still got some deployment on his DRS. And it's a 137. Wow. Nice lap there from Shane.
It's Hamilton next across the line.
I was going to say I ain't got a clue who's next, mate.
130.9
Oh, 2 tenths.
I don't know who, but Paita, there you go, 130.3. Showing he wants this. He wants pole. Oh, it's
and then Element on a 130.06. Wow, Element, why were you in F3? Crikey. Peppermeat on a 131.4. That's a nice bank lap there for Peppermeat.
Both people who are on the mediums are 1-2 at the moment. Jake 130.7. Dangerous down 130.9. Toby 131.2. Peppermeat 131.4.
Very true.
130 dead for
See where Senna
Fitzroy.
goes. Oh,
It's,
Senna must have
he's,
invalidated. Or was it start on
he's
his lap?
pushing. He's pushing. He's doing another lap. He's invalidated. Oh, what do you usually do when you come to qualifying? Do you just stick to one ERS mode? Do you guys just stick on hot lap overtake, or do you change it when you go into the corners?
I've got a couple of little things that I do. Like I said before, through chicanes and stuff like that, where traction is key, I always either put it on 2 or under 2. And at the end of straights, it's really not doing anything for you. You know, if you're at 180 miles an hour, it's not doing much for you. So I kind of slowly just nudge them down as it comes to the braking zone. So by the time I'm in the braking zone, I'm on nothing, and then I'm harvesting. It kind of works for me. It's like you say, certain tracks you just can't harvest, and this is one of them because there are some really long straights. But these kind of sections where there's tight corners, you don't need to be in hot lap. So that's where I throw it down. And yesterday I done quite well. I still had like 80% for most of the race. And then when I really needed to push, I put it on full. But that didn't really work because you passed me. So.
There you go, Senna into the pits. Obviously not happy.
Not happy with that.
How his lap was going. Jake out for another lap. So is Shane.
Yep.
It'll be very interesting to see. Usually, for me, I just set the one lap. If it's invalidated, I go in and I get ready for my second lap.
Yep.
Oh,
Shane
now
going
goes
in.
into the pits.
Let's see what Jake does. I think that's the mistake I made yesterday in qualifying. I went straight back out. I should have waited a little while.
No, my problem in Q3, I just made a small mistake and I didn't have a great lap. I think I was 6th at the time. And in my second run, I think Dufflin had made a mistake, so went off track. And yeah, just went around a corner and saw him, and yeah, decided in my head to brake. He had done nothing wrong. I just saw him and went, oh shoot, I need to stop. So I ruined my own lap. So this is great fun.
Yep. Jake Moore heads into the pit. I thought he was. So we've got a little bit of downtime now, I should think. So they go back out unless we look for 2.
No, he left. You always see people go faster because you put just the lowest amount of fuel you can, because you can get away with it. You're only having to do your out lap and your actual lap.
Yep. Oh, we've got an engine firing up.
I think it's a Ferrari of Senna, I believe. Yes, it is. Going straight back out.
Yeah, I like to do that. I like to fuel up for 2, just in case I do invalidate. That's a good idea, good plan. You know, if you do invalidate, then you're kind of stuck where you are. If you ain't got fuel on board for 2 laps, and the time to do it. So good plan there from Senna, covering that off.
I'm going to ask you the most basic F1 question you can never ask anyone. What is the best looking car you've seen in F1?
Whatever, or this season?
Ever. We'll say ever, and then we'll go to the season.
Oh, ever. Cool, crikey. It's gotta be like Schumacher's Ferraris, you know, that era of, that's just what comes to mind when I think of Formula 1. Yeah, them sound of them, you know, they're not the same anymore. That you know,
No.
they were pure brutality on track. So yeah, I'd say probably the Ferraris of Schumacher's era.
I'm part of an F1 group on Facebook and constantly get videos of all the old cars going past and the loud engines. Can't beat it. You gotta miss it.
Of this era, I would definitely say that the Hamiltons and Bottas's car look pretty snazzy on track, shiny, and they're fast. You know, that helps.
Probably always will be my favourite car, the 2012 Lotus, with Kimi Raikkonen behind the wheel.
Not a bad choice.
Best cars, one of the best drivers.
We've got Senna coming up to the end of the first sector. See what he can do.
We've got both Ferraris
24.9.
first.
Yep. 24.9.
I think for a good lap, if you want to be competitive, second sector, you want to be in the 50s.
And his teammate is a 25 dead, so they're close.
Very close. That's the corner a bit there. That seems to be alright. With 52.7. I think he's the only driver, if he wanted to, could back out and go for another lap. I don't think he is, but he's coming to a bit of traffic, so you're going to have to hope that they get out of the way quick. Or they get a move on and start their laps.
Yep. I think he's just out of the range of being affected there. I think that should be fine for Senna to finish his lap.
Might help him out a bit with a little bit of slipstream.
Yep, down the straight.
Can he set a good one? 131.1.
Very nice. Let's see what his teammate can do coming through the last corner. Got no
Can he go
deployment,
faster?
so let's see what he can do.
Neither did Senna.
Oh.
Just
They were close.
39. Toby, the last person going to be crossing the line, but who's going to be the next one to finish that lap?
Maybe later.
I think so. It's so hard to keep track of who's next.
Yeah, I believe that is Payet next.
Swift retired. Believe that's on track, but no one can set another lap, so it won't ruin anyone, I don't think. I believe. Oh, it's Hamilton. A 130.3. Okay, slightly faster than Payet, but can Payet improve?
Yeah, open DRS. He does.
129.9.
Wow. That's a
That
very
is
fast
amazing.
lap from Payet.
We got Element. He a 134. It's improved
Very close.
slightly.
Very close to
Peppermeat
Hamilton there.
139. Dangerous.
That's Shane crossing the line on a 131 dead. Sticks it in second.
Jake 137, and then Dangerous Jan just behind on a 137 as well.
I don't know what Mr.
Toby.
T's doing.
Oh,
He
I don't know.
went across.
And he's
Yep.
doing it again.
Oh, I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be looked at after the race.
Yeah,
I think he did that before that as well.
Yeah, I clipped that, mate. He can't be doing that.
That is one way to.
I know it is the end of the session.
I mean, what a lap that would have been.
They stuck it in there on a 1 minute dead. So
There you go.
Payet, a pole
Okay, if you wanna
position
go down the list.
with Shane in second, RSF1 Hamilton in third, Ellen Snow in fourth, Jake Moore in fifth, Dangerous Dan in sixth, Peppermeat in seventh, Swift in eighth, RSF1 Senna in ninth, and Mr. T in 10th. Just made it. harsh
We've got
conditions.
Pecor in 9th.
Oh yes,
Got all
it's
your needs
raining,
points.
baby.
Oh,
This is
God.
probably why we
It'll be
see them
fun to
going on
watch.
softs. That makes sense now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Some people missing out if they haven't looked.
Yep. Which was Element Snow and Hiya
Oh,
went on the
Swift ready up.
mediums.
Swift ready up
No.
straight away. Obviously new to the league. Obviously not been pointed out. That's going to affect a few people. Oh, that was me thinking I could go to go to a toilet break. And
Yeah, Hamilton's readied up as well. At least Hamilton's ready or there. You know, that's the only thing. These boys that are still spinning around might not be there. And that's why we wait for the host of the lobby to ready up first.
I believe is RSF on centre.
We'll be looking at that, I believe,
Element
afterwards.
Snow's left. Oh, and he's not on the grid either. Oh no.
Oh, his Element Snow not on the grid.
He's left just before the start. Oh dear. That's why you don't ready up quickly. You give people time just in case things like this happen. Well, there you go. Do you want to do a rundown on the grid, or do you want me to?
Hey, I'll leave that to you, mate.
I'll go for it. There you go. We'll go from the back of the grid. We've got in the lovely looking McLaren, Rackyak in 15th. 14th is Jace Lee in the Haas. 13th, Raphael Leifer in Alpha. 12th, Jay Meadows in the other Haas. 11th, Man with the Cash, just missing out on Q3 in the Williams. Overtaking 10th is Toby in the Renault. 9th, RSF1 Senna or Pecor, you can call him whatever you want, in the Ferrari in 9th. In the other Ferrari, Swift, I'm not going to say his full name, in the, I'm going to say it, Force India, to annoy anyone who's watching, yeah, Peppermeat in 7th. In 6th, Dangerous Dan in the other Renault. Jake in the Force India in 5th. Oh, technically 4th now. RSF1 Hamilton in the Toro Rosso in 3rd. Shane in the toothpaste car 2nd. And then on pole, the person everyone wants to move at, Pie Eater.
We have actually got Mr. T as an AI driver at the moment, so that's why he's fallen down the grid.
Did wonder why
back.
some people
He's
were
just
going
popped
past
back.
him, as we now see people driving through Pie Eater. Yeah, that rundown's not going to be as good as everyone else's, but I don't have the voice of Monster or Element, so obviously going to be not very great with Element missing out. It's a big shame for him.
Yeah, we can't even invite him back because his car ain't even there, so
That's
unfortunate.
It's very sad. There you go. The race is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Looks like a very good start from Shane.
Peppermeat's had a very good start too
Already.
there. Two positions up already.
Not as good as he
3.
would have wanted. Ooh,
Peppermeat,
I think
3
maybe a
positions
slight
up
bit of
off the start.
contact with RSF1 Hamilton now going through in 3rd. Element has joined, but obviously his car's not on the actual track, so he's going to miss out. But Pie Eater down 3 positions off the start, not getting away very well.
Yeah,
Very
and just
sad
behind
to
him,
see.
Peppermeat and Jake Moore teammates side by side. Oh, Jake Moore just let off a little bit there. I think it's a good move.
Now getting sandwiched. Oh, a bit of contact. No damage though.
No,
It was Swift
got
and
wide
who's that?
down there, but that's okay.
Yeah, Rack. As
think
Toby
he's
is
just getting
attacking
out of the way
Dangerous
there.
Dan.
Rakyak's up 6 at the moment.
So you see Swift go for...
Chicane.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a bit
Oh,
of
and there's a
contact there with
spin!
Swift.
No! Oh,
Oh,
both
no.
Renaults affected. 3-second
Oh.
penalty. Oh!
Oh, Swift's gone again.
Oh.
Oh,
Jace
no.
Lee damage at the back. Swift. A little bit of contact. Senna going through. Doesn't seem any problems.
Yeah, we have an early retirement, so at least they can get back round and get fixed up. It's a wet race,
Dangerous
so it's not over.
Dangerous Dan's a bit. Oh, a bit of contact sent him. Ooh. Oh no! That's Jay Meadows and RSF on Senna. Jay Meadows losing the rear end, hitting Senna. A lot of people struggling with this wet weather.
Yeah, there are Jay Meadows running wide.
In the pit.
Yeah, they're in the pits there. Shane with the fastest lap. So far. Oh, that's the second one, so yeah.
A lot has happened. Wow.
Yeah, we've got the battle up the front, side by side. Oh.
Toby retired in the pits.
Yep, Shane and Hamilton are fighting really intensely here.
Obviously, pretty good friends off track. Let's see if they keep it civil or they push each other. Obviously, we hope they push.
Yeah. Hamilton's going to have a nice little run behind him there. Don't know if it's going to be enough though. Yep, he's gone for it.
Going to go for it and backs out.
Yeah, backs out. Sensible move. We see a spin there. Not a lap before, so who else is battling?
Man with the cash. He can't do anything. Raphael just behind them as well. And then there's a bit of a break. Jace Lee didn't go into the pits, carrying some damage. Doing what I did last race. Senna had gone in the pits. Meadows and Swift. Both Ferraris been affected very badly.
Yeah, they sure have.
That's two technically retirements. We've got Element who couldn't make it into the race, and Toby tiring in the pits. He was very high up there as well, so I'm very surprised by that.
We've got Hamilton 3 tenths behind Shane here.
Still quite a big group here. First to fifth, very close.
Yep. And the cash is close to Rakiak. He thinks better of it.
Nothing to point out. Rakiak started at the back. Rhyming there. Making it up to 6th.
Yep.
9 positions already.
Amazing start there from Rakiak.
Shout out to Peppermeat up 4.
I'm just going to keep an eye on that time between Rakiak and Jake Moore. It's at 1:08 at the moment. See if I can. Jake Moore's just pulled a 10th.
A bit.
He's got to worry about man with cash at the moment.
Can man with cash get past? He's not pushing.
Well, Rakiak kind of pulled away a little bit there on the straight, so he might be running a little bit of a lesser downforce.
Pi to dropping back a little bit. I think the early restart, maybe he didn't get to change his setup. Maybe running a dry setup in the rain. Obviously, we don't know if it gets any better.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We just think it's going to stay out.
If we've got any engineers in the chat that want to let us know if it's going to get drier or secret, call me. I think they did say earlier, but I tried not to look at it because I don't like the shock of actually seeing it. I didn't expect it to be that wet. We've got man with the cash on the back of Rakiak. Can't seem to get that speed behind him though. Rakiak's running a bit lower wing.
Oh, I went the wrong way. What's the difference in the ERS? 62. Man with the cash, saving his ERS a bit, but going around the outside.
Oh, yep.
Going into the inside, he's got the move done. I believe all is.
Oh, Rackjack stuck it there. Oh, it's lovely driving from both of them. A little touch, but it's fine.
Keeping it clean.
Yeah, very clean
And
between them two. Good driving there. Yeah, we know Man with the Cash is a rapid driver, so Rackjack's doing well to race with him.
5-second penalty for Swift.
Yeah, and Raphael is catching up to the back of Dangerous Dan. Very quick at the moment.
Some decent fights on the side. Swift. The tyres. I think it was 12 seconds behind, so I'm not too sure if he's gone to the pits and done that. We'll hope that he's done it in the pits.
So we're on lap 4, and
off a bit.
We've got RSF1 Shane in first place, RSF1 Hamilton in second place, and Peppermeat in third. Peppermeat has gained the most positions out of them top guys at the moment in 4 games.
They are two
very
experienced racers, Hamilton and Shane. Still very close. Everyone else, gaps are starting to form, and Jake gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
I think there wasn't many last week, but well, no, not last week, yesterday. But wet conditions, it's going to change things. Still very close. Hamilton saving DRS. Shane pushing a bit more, but has more. Is Hamilton going to lose some? Yes, he is. He's into overtake. Don't believe in this, but what about Paito? He's catching. He's catching, but I don't think he's going to have enough time.
No.
What about Raphael Leafer?
Yeah,
Dangerous Dan. He's so much. So if he leaves it a bit late, he's done it all. Leaving it very close. Will they give each other room? Enough room.
Yep.
Just about.
He is very close to the back of him now.
Paito, Peppermeat. Some good battling going on. Rackjack on with a penalty.
Second time
penalty for multiple
ones. Yeah, it's one of them tracks. It's hard to keep it in the lines.
The wet as well.
Yeah,
very
in the
lucky
wet.
yesterday, weren't we?
We were lucky. I was dreading the wet weather, and it didn't come. I was like, yeah, baby. We've still got Raphael on the back of Dangerous Dan. The closest battle at the moment. As I say that, Hamilton pulls a bit on Shane. Yep, Hamilton's right up behind Shane.
As Man with the Cash sets fastest lap. Gonna be a bit on and off. I'm currently eating my dinner.
Yeah, at the moment we've got RSF1 Hamilton fighting RSF1 Shane. It's back and forward with the times at the moment between half a second and 3/10. So just gauging where Shane's faster. He's faster. It's a bit equal. Very good racing at the moment. Raphael's fallen slightly back from Dangerous Dan, and that's giving Jace Lee a bit of a run on him. And I know from previous experience that Jace Lee's a very good driver around this track. We had a side by side, basically like 18 laps around here, so we'll be looking to pull forward and get up the order. The only difference is he's on a wheel now. I believe when he raced around there last time, he was on a pad, so it'll be interesting to see. He does look very smooth.
A couple of different battles going on the track, which is good to see.
Yeah, and we've still got that train at the front, basically a second between them all. Well, each gap is a second. as RSF1 Senna gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It goes very deep into 1. It affects his line through 2. And was very close to Peppermeat then.
Good battle for a dangerous Raphael Luca and basically Rackjack getting a penalty. I think that's the second one.
Yep. And Raphael right up behind Dangerous Dan. Very nicely.
And Jace Lee gone a bit wide there.
Yep, with a 3-second time penalty. Nice and wide there for Raphael. He's going to have a very good run through here, you know.
The gap's starting to form apart from this battle.
Yeah, then 1 second gaps are there, but
so's Dangerous Dan, but Dangerous Dan on 6% ERS. And Raphael gone through.
Job done. Very nicely.
Just gave that position away and he's running very low ERS.
Yeah, that's the penalty for keeping it in high.
JC's going to enjoy this.
Yeah, Jake Lee's managing his very well, switching it down. You know, it's wet weather as well, so having it in hot lap is only going to hurt your back tyres. As Raphael goes very wide. Very wide. He's got to watch how he rejoin the track there. Well done, mate.
And he's let JC go.
Probably the best thing to do, you know.
He's not for competition. Shane Hamilton last this lap.
Nice lap there from Hamilton on a 1:47.
There's J Meadows catching RSF1 Senna. Another 3 seconds. People are going to be on borderline disqualification at the end of this.
It was hard yesterday on dry, so I can imagine what it's like in the intermediates. Rackyak doing a very nice job in 7th position, up 8 at the moment. I wonder when these guys are going to start thinking about pit stops. Oh, Rackyak very deep.
It's going to be difficult. I think you won't see it until about halfway through the race. But I think, from my point of view, rain isn't as heavy. But it's still going down to intermediates again for the next half. Unless it stops. Whether the clouds suggest otherwise.
Yep, these two at the front are literally dueling times at the minute. Very nice to see.
Still the closest time. Dangerous Dan, Jace Lee and Raphael.
Man with the cash.
Jace Lee, a Dangerous Dan's running low ERS still. Jace Lee basically running full. Raphael halfway through. J Meadows slowly catching RSF on Senna as well. That's going to become a battle thing. Raphael not enjoying this corner.
Jace Lee's just taking it nice and easy at the minute.
Hamilton very close, 2 tenths behind.
Yeah,
on
he
overtake.
Is on the straight. I think this is going to be the move. Very close.
Short straight. Will he risk it? I reckon
he'll
back out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try and stay as close as possible for the next straight. Got that time back. Shane's very good for this first sector, it seems.
It's a bit easier when you're the car in front of the car behind. Your braking foot's going to be a bit difficult. Both going a bit wide there.
Definitely.
So look, there you go. This is still very close, top 4. Jake dropping off a little bit, but I'm fighting Man with the Cash.
Yeah, Man with the Cash right up the back.
In overtake. Looks like he's gotten a better exit as well. Can he get a move on?
Big long to the inside line, dependent.
Both got enough ERS.
They're not really gaining down straights like they do in the dry.
No, it's a bit more difficult. But look, Jace Lee going on Dangerous Dan with plenty of time.
Yeah.
Another position for Jace Lee. Oh, Dangerous Dan braking slightly late and getting front wing damages. Both end plates gone.
Oh no.
If I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay, no. Jace Lee missing one as well, but Raphael, the only one who doesn't seem to have the damage, is going to favour him quite a lot this. As Peppermeat is right behind Hamilton.
Yep, Peppermeat's pulled that time back to Hamilton.
Raphael just behind
pulls it
Dangerous
back
Dan.
as well.
Dangerous Dan's obviously going to be struggling with that damage as
Yep.
Jake Moore gets past. Obviously had a little fat battle. A very good fight going on here. Obviously with this battle then losing out to the front four.
We've got Dangerous Dan to the pits there.
He's
Lap
got
10.
no end plates. He's going to be struggling. It was the best decision for him. As Swift as less session. So he's retired already.
Yep.
But look at this front four.
Yep, very close, aren't they? All within 2 seconds.
This is
And
what
we've
you
got a
want to
little-
see. This is what you want in real life. You want this. You want 4 cars battling out, not just 2. Man with the cash, just too slow on the straight.
Dangerous Dan with 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Just coming up the pits as well. Coming up behind Senna and Meadows. I'll leave it on Paita. I'm just going to go get some.
Paita just on the back, very close. Looking for a good run through this last set there and then onto the straight. And we've got Man with the Cash on the back of Jake Moore as well. Two good battles there. Meeting into the pits. Still the intermediate tyres, so Right, Yak with a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Keep getting white line, mate.
Alright, I'm back. Peppermeat in the pits, I see.
Yeah, Yak with a
Man.
10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Oh, Man with the cash getting past Jake Moore. Ooh. Rackjack's struggling a lot with these time penalties. But look at this, Peppermeat, Jace Lee, and Raphael now. Peppermeat coming out not in a great position. In between 2 drivers. But he's very quick. And very close to Jace Lee.
Fresher tyres.
Is he going to get past though? He's not using the slipstream.
Not gaining very slightly.
I don't. Oh, is he going to make move? Oh, he is. Ooh, leaving minimum room for Jace Lee there. But he's gone past. Not a great place for him to come out though. Just come out the pits. You don't want to be straight into another battle.
No, that's time losing. I know all about that. And some of these are very under fuels. If you see that yellow bar from Peppermeat, he's going to have to do some fuel saving at some point.
Paita into the pits. So that's say, how did he get into first?
They're now
Jake into the pits. Hamilton and Shane still battling. I think this is going to be good for Paita, obviously up with the top 3. If he comes out in fresh air, he's going to be very lucky. He's going to have clean air. He's going to be able to push as much as he wants.
RSF1 Shane and RSF1 Hamilton continuing on their 11 lap old intermediates.
He's going to come out just ahead of his teammate and just behind Peppermeat.
Yep.
On the fresh tyres.
If I'm not mistaken, Paita lost out there because he was in front of Peppermeat, I think.
I think he was 4th. I think they come out similar positions. But people pitting Jace Lee and Jay Meadows, both Haas.
Jace Lee onto the wet tyres.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know if it's getting wetter or he's just made a mistake
Whether
there.
or not he's, yeah, I think maybe a mistake, or he knows something we don't,
Yeah.
or he's just trying something. Maybe that's why Shane and Hamilton have stayed out.
That might be the reason. They are the closest on track at the moment. 11 lap old tyres for the top 3. They're either gonna, are they gonna go? Hamilton's going in, Shane's continuing. Different strategy there. See where these two come out in the mix. Yeah, Man with the Cash has followed RSF on Hamilton into the pit.
I don't believe the wet tyres are actually doing any good. Jace Lee losing Rakyak a lot here.
Yeah.
Be so surprised if we don't go in the pits.
That's a really hard one. Peppermeat has gone fastest on one.
Then Hamilton in 4th. Been jumped by both Peppermeat and Paita.
Yep, he has.
Peppermeat with a penalty now.
Yep, Peppermeat with a penalty. It's interesting that that extra couple of laps has lost him a couple of seconds. So we'll see where Shane
what's that
come
going
out.
to mean for Shane?
Yeah, Shane's going to definitely come out in between Hamilton and Jake, I should think.
Raphael 5 seconds or speeding pit lane.
Yeah.
Just
on the back of
Man with the Cash,
Peppermeat,
I'm pretty sure was ahead of Jake. Jake's now come out of the pits in front. So the undercut does seem very effective.
Yeah, we've got Raphael coming out of the pit. This train.
Jace Lee in the pits for intermediates. Yeah, definitely not the correct decision then.
No. This train from Peppermeat by RSF1 Hamilton's very close at the moment. Great racing.
About halfway through. I think if it was dry, like if it was dry, we said Element Pie to favourites go through on the mediums. They surprised that people were qualifying on mediums considering it's wet, but
yeah, I think that's another that's a mistake, isn't it? That's hard. If you don't look, you just see, oh, blue skies, let's go out, and you kind of forget about it. As we've got someone coming out of the pit there, that's RSF1 Shane.
That's Shane.
Just
he's missed out, gone deep.
Hamilton.
Oh, he's missed out a lot because of going deep, but look at that. The undercut has worked brilliantly for Peppermeat. Peppermeat
yeah, sure has.
Probably would have come out further ahead, but came out behind, in between a battle, so obviously missed out a bit there.
Yeah, that was good. Was that Jace Lee? No. Well, he takes the lead anyway.
Yeah. Very close. Shane missing out a bit. Height is catching. He wants this win. Hamilton's in behind. Gonna wait. I think he'll wait for them to make a mistake and then pounce. He's running 0 ERS. He's saving. He's gone overtake now though. However, Peppermeat low on ERS on 8. Gonna struggle to fend off Pies from Hamilton. As Man with the Cash is now in half a second of Jake. J Meadows just behind Raphael.
Very close. And then behind them, Jake Moore with Man with Cash just catching him. Peppermeat goes fastest on 1:46.4.
I want to go on board with everyone else, but it's difficult with this going on.
Wow.
Look at this battle.
Little touch there. definitely a little touch there between Peppermeat.
Oh, it's going on the outside, Peppermeat.
Very hard fighting, but
On the
it's
inside.
been clean, you know. Hard to keep it
Slight contact.
clean on us. Yeah,
Wow.
slight contact, but great driving,
What did
I'd
I
say.
say? Hamilton waiting for a mistake. This
Yep.
could be it.
Hamilton's very close up behind B2 now, and he is past Shane, so look at this train. Wow. Well, we know what fighting does around here. Fighting costs time.
And look at that.
Here.
Hamilton backing off. Shane is now in the battle as well.
Yep. B2. Some guys fighting and bringing these two behind, real close to them. We know this, don't we? In our fight, in our race yesterday, you know, I fighting my teammate brought you really much up behind us. I think if we could have kept the train going all night, well, that does make a difference, say. But the overtake in the wet seems to be very hard to make.
I think it's going to come down to the end of the race on penalties. Would you mind having a look at penalty situation for the top four? Thank you. See what happens, because I don't think I see one for Hamilton. As Rakiak tyres.
A penalty.
Rakiak is out. Is that terminal? Oh, Hamilton's gone wide. Completely gone across. He's gone really wide. He's now gone
and that's
a
bringing
bit
Shane up
wider.
behind him. So I'll just run through these quickly. Peppermeat with a 3-second time penalty. I with a warning.
Oh wow.
Hamilton just got a warning. Shane with 2 warnings. 8 more with 1 penalty. So it's very close between these top. Man with the Cash has got a couple of penalties. So yeah, these top 5, any one of these get a couple of more warnings, it could drop them down severely. Oh, and Pye has just clipped the back of Hamilton, and that's let Shane through into 3rd position. Very hard racing.
I saw it, but I had a mouthful.
Yeah, I don't
Pye
think there's any damage.
A bit of battle. Pye took him pushed a bit wide, and coming back on, obviously on the inside of Hamilton. Unlucky there,
but it was the slightest of touches, you know, where the wing replacer.
This is the only battle on track. This top 4 battle.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Man with the Cash is kind of behind Jake Moore, and then the rest of them have got quite big gaps. Or Jake Lee in 11th place, still going round, and that contact, the new wing. We will have a change of weather with a couple of laps. That's a spanner in the work. Yeah, quite a nice move on the straight. Change the pedal, still in the hunt for the win.
Peppermeat getting some fresh air.
Yeah, we know it's very easy around this track to get a couple of warnings and then you get that penalty. So any one of these top 4 still be in for it.
Starting in the dry was difficult. I'm assuming this is going to be much worse.
Yeah, it seems very hard for them guys out there to get the overtakes.
Something that would be amazing though. Hamilton on his technical debut, winning the race. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's possible, or do you reckon Peppermeat's gonna have enough for one of the other 2?
Well, at the minute, Peppermeat's got to either break Hamilton or hope that Hamilton gets a mistake, or a couple of mistakes, because Peppermeat's got a 3-second time penalty, and Hamilton's clean with 1 warning, so.
Man with the Cash and Jake battling, picking up. I have noticed that Jake has caught the top 4 by a bit.
Yeah, I was at like 7-8 seconds.
Man with the
now
cash
it's 6.
catching.
Bringing man with the cash with him. On board
with them. Well, Hamilton fastest lap.
But it's not looking as bad. I wonder if we're going to have any changing conditions towards the end of the forest and what that would be
Well,
fun.
if you're going to stay on the intermediate tyres, you can do the one stop easily. Would have thought about halfway through the race. But we saw people going before halfway, and Hamilton.
3 second time
Ooh, that's going to change
but
things.
That's big. That's happened with a 3 second time penalty. Hamilton with
I
one.
feel like maybe there will be a change to the story
got one.
because of those.
Shane hasn't got one, so these two behind him need to keep it clean.
I found it strange that they pit about quite a bit before halfway through the race. I think that possibly there could be maybe some dry at the end, maybe they're looking out for. Maybe, but we don't know, so. It's a good battle for front, but man with the cash still quite close to Jake. Gap between them and the top 4 not changing really. I think you said man with the cash has got a few penalties.
Yeah, he has got a couple.
Oh, Pieter's gone deep. Is that allowed Shane? What's going to happen here? Comes back on. Is Shane going to be? No. Pieter making. We don't know about
going
before,
on.
but
Hamilton's
that's another
very
mistake.
close to Peppermeat. Very, very close coming on to
It's gone a bit wider
turn
there
to
to
go
get a
onto the
better
straight.
entrance. If you can get on the power slightly earlier, this could help him.
That nice run through this corner here.
So there's the gap. Very close. Oh, he's catching. He's catching.
It's going to go outside.
Is it out the outside?
For the next one.
Peppermeat like holding that inside. Will he fight
Yeah.
back? He does.
Little
bit of
nudge,
contact.
but it's all good. That's
He's
some
on the
great
inside.
driving, boys.
Hamilton on the inside.
Oh.
Oh.
A little touch there.
Oh, and Hamilton's through. I think Peppermeat backed up a little bit because of the contact. Nothing intentional. Oh, but he's trying.
Yeah, he's still
I
there.
don't think he broke down
This
there.
fighting is going
Something-
to help Peppermeat, Pie, Shane.
Something to point out though is look at the ERS of Hamilton and Peppermeat. Peppermeat running incredibly low ERS. Hamilton, the amount he has could push now and create a bit of a gap.
Yep. I think he just might be looking to do that.
Look at it at the top. Oh, hang on, Peppermeat in the pits. Speeding in the pit lane, 5 seconds.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's really going to hurt Peppermeat. It's going to put him back with Jake Moore, man with the cash. 5
At
seconds,
one
6
point it
seconds,
looked
that
like
was the
top
gap.
4 weren't going to get anything. Penalties appearing. Hamilton
What is
needs
happening in
to
the
pull away
pits?
though.
What is going on? I hope that's just a game glitch.
What happened?
Jake Moore might just be getting... there, he's in.
No, he's all
Yeah,
good.
that looks good.
So on my screen, they took tyres off, but the tyres actually stayed on somehow.
Yeah, Peppermeat and Jake Moore just put full racing point under pressure and they come out with it, you know. This game sometimes can stuff you for like 10 seconds sitting there in the pit, so that's very lucky
Very
for them too.
interesting. Did Peppermeat pick up damage, or are they doing the not free stop, a 2-stop?
That would
Dangerous
look like
Dan in the
two
pits.
stops, 7 laps
Raphael,
left.
Jay Meadows in the pits. It
that
is
looked like that.
looking like it is going to be the 2-stop. And as we've seen, the undercut, very powerful.
Very
Where's Peppermeat
powerful,
come
yeah.
out? He's come out in free air.
One
If Hamilton
lap is like half a
needs-
second. The undercut,
Hamilton
half a
needs
second.
to
Yeah.
push.
So
He needs to push and he needs to
the
get into the pits now.
the people that have gone in need to get out in clear air and just push like
Raphael,
crazy.
in the pits on mediums.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that. Oh yeah, he's struggling. Yeah, it's a mistake. That's very unlucky. It's sad to see.
Yeah, that's costly for
But
Raphael.
Hamilton choosing to stay out.
Yeah. Are these
Paita goes
top ones
faster.
thinking of staying out and stretching these tyres till the end? That's 6 and a bit laps.
I'm going to monitor that gap Peppermeat has on Man with Cash. 12.9, that's a 12.7. See how much that changes over this lap, because we could see him come out with a very dominant lead. There you go, those out in Streamland. Who do you reckon's going to win? Do you reckon Hamilton, Paita, Shane, Peppermeat, or do you reckon it'll be a surprise winner from out of nowhere? Let us know. Paita struggling to close that gap. That's just yellow in sector 2.
Yeah, that was Man with the Cash, I think. He's okay now though. I think he just had a little bit of a wide moment.
Yeah, Man with the Cash, 12 seconds behind Shane. Peppermeat, 6 seconds behind him. And there's RSS Centers in the pit. Dangerous Dan making the most of it. Jace Lee. And he's come out just behind Jace Lee. Ooh, and cut the corner and got a penalty straight away.
I wonder if Hamilton and Paita are wondering if they can make it to the end of this race on these tyres and get back a pit stop and gain quite a considerable amount of time on Peppermeat.
It is very possible that could happen, but Peppermeat catching Man with the Cash very quickly.
Yeah, he is.
But that gap between Man with the Cash and the others is very, very small. No, very big, sorry. I don't know what 12 seconds is not a very small gap. There you go. Jamie J Car Gaming, Peppermeat is king. Can he be crowned first though? Has he made a mistake by doing a 2-stop? There was a little tap with him and Hamilton. I'm not sure if he changed his wing.
Don't think there was any contact. He definitely he was in and out of the pits because Jake was behind him, so...
I love taps. Peppermeat catching Man the Cash just not very quickly. I think Peppermeat might miss out unless they pit for the last 4 laps of the race.
The closest battle at the minute is Senna on the back of Jace Lee. Very close at the moment.
It's good that he's now at one point by himself after having to go in the pits early. Now can battle. He's in the points. Raphael, very much struggling on those mediums. Yeah, that was a mistake. I won't be surprised if he doesn't pit. I'll give these two some air time. There you go, Raphael on the pits.
Yeah, very unlucky for Raphael. No doubt he didn't mean to put them tyres on, and that has cost him big time. But he's still in attempt to get a point.
No, he was 11th. There he goes.
Oh yeah, 11th, sorry.
Everyone else, as long as no one crashes, everyone gets a point.
Yep. Senna is still closest, but it's very hard for him to catch on the straights now. You wouldn't think, but that's how it's going.
Paita not on a penalty, but the gap between him and Hamilton getting bigger. Hamilton needs to pull away by at least 3 seconds.
Yep,
fair play to Paita and Shane not getting a penalty. That's very impressive.
2 warnings now. So
Man with a Cash, another penalty.
Very hard to keep it clean around there.
What has happened there? Oh, safety car.
Safety car. This is going to throw a spanner in the works. I don't know this.
Drive-through penalty speeding under safety car for Man with the Cash. Oh, that's not going to help him. The drive-through, that's not what you want. Safety car is going very quick. The gap, I'm not too sure what's
Lee is the
happening.
first one into the pit.
I was on board with Senna and all of a sudden they brake. I don't see a lot of both Haas in the pits. Anything out of the ordinary.
No, I didn't.
So I'm not
I'm thinking
too
that
sure
was
why.
Raphael retiring the pits. Sometimes when you retire in the pit, it can bring out a safety car. That's the only thing I could see. So
That's a
what
very
I'm going
strange.
with.
If it stays out longer, oh, Hamilton in the pits, Piter in the pits.
Yeah,
This is going to do him great because Peppermeat was catching, and the undercut is very powerful. But with the safety car, you have to think that they're going to come out in a bit ahead of him. This has worked out very well for them. The Peppermeat missing out.
sure has.
Very unlucky. Only going to be 3 laps though on fresh tyres, but there's Piter. His team wasn't out. Oh wait, what? Okay, apparently what?
Yeah, I think
He's
that's
out.
just a game glitch, mate.
Okay.
Did
I
that
thought
to
he'd been
me.
left.
That's what that did to Jake Moore. I was like, what's going on? I hope that's a game
Peppermeat
glitch.
onto the main straight. Is he going to come out? Shane is
Out.
out.
He's out.
Oh, he's missed out. Man with the cash in third. Obviously had a drive-through.
Cash has got a
Had
drive
to.
through.
So this has helped him quite a lot. He's in third. Obviously, if he hadn't, he would have been in first. But the safety car is going to bring this quite close. If you would you mind having a look at the penalties for everyone, please?
Yeah.
Because this is, like I said, surprise might happen. The surprise has happened. Anyone could win
Hamilton's
this.
got one. But that's a 3-second time penalty. Paglia has none. And Cash has 3 or 4. He's got quite a few. Shane has no penalties. Peppermeat has 8 seconds. Jake Moore has 3 seconds. And Justin has 1. Senna has 2. 3. Lee has 1. Trying to see if there's any with Jade Meadow has 1. Raphael has a few, and the rest are out, I believe. Yeah,
This is incredible.
this is going to be a very intense few last laps.
Race has been very entertaining with the top 4 having a massive battle. Individual battles happening elsewhere as well. But this is going to be very entertaining the last couple of laps because Piter with no penalty is going to be sat behind Hamilton. Hamilton needs a 3-second gap unless Piter gets a penalty. We're going to see a lot of position changes. Mamadakash has quite a few. So we could see him.
Yep, Shane has none. So
Shane as well. Very congrats to them, Piter and Shane. No penalties and very impressive, especially in the wet round.
very good driving to not get any penalties around here. It's going to leave us with 2 laps if they come in this lap.
There you go. I think I would start talking about driver of the day, but with a safety car and penalties, it might spice things up. Mamadakash currently up 8 positions. Jason Lee up 5.
Sure is. And the Cash has quite a few penalties though, so it's going to knock him down in order. It's really unfortunate for Rakiak there, because he was doing great to start. First half of the race he was up 8 seconds, 8 positions or something. Very unfortunate.
There you go.
Wonderful
Jamie
safety
J
car
Card
being.
Gaming said Peppermeat is king. Obviously wants him to win. This has much made this a possibility.
Sure has it all bunched up.
When are they going to go in? Don't know why it's out. It's good. What, they're cleaning? I say it's going to be an entertaining finish to the race, but it could just be... Oh, safety car in, there you go. So we will see some overtaking, hopefully. Ooh.
Now we're going to see him slow down a little bit.
This, however, is going to be a bit problematic. Jasley is just about going to get to the back of the pack. J Meadows is still catching the back of the pack. So they could be missing out a lot. Jasley at the back of the pack now, so he can get to battling now as everyone starts backing up.
Yeah, I think J Meadows just about make it if he slings it into this corner and then starts slowing down. He should be fine, he's just there. This
has been a very good race. People going... Hamilton's starting to move very quickly. He's got a lot of people off guard, apart from Paita, who needs to shake. Look at the gap, man with the cash and Paita already. Very fast.
They went very good.
Very early from RSF on Hamilton. He's caught people off guard. He's pulled that gap from the others, but Paita was not fooled. But Peppermeat on the back of Shane with his teammate Jake Moore. Jake Moore looked very good at the start, lost a bit of ground. But this has made this race very entertaining.
Is Hamilton at the moment because Shane hasn't got a penalty and he is at the moment just that 3-second mark behind Hamilton. So
J Meadows has a penalty.
J Meadows got the penalty trying to catch the back of it.
Piet is not close enough, but we do have a very close between Peppermeat and Shane. I think we see time again. Shane.
Oh, it's just 1 second up the inside, dangerous down, it's contact. Oh no, I didn't. Jasley again. Jasley
damage
again.
And so is Senna. Ooh, hang on, Shane on the back of his teammate, man with the cash.
Yeah,
if they're in
Shane's
a party
to get past man with the cash.
I would have to say that I don't think they're in the party because I think if I was man the cash with all the penalties, let Shane go.
Oh, upside.
Oh, bit of contact.
The inside of Peppermeat. Oh no.
Peppermeat. Ooh.
Come back.
Oh,
there.
and then Shane.
Come back in.
Oh wait, Peppermeat. Oh, he's gone wide.
Very wide.
Oh, and man with the cash has gone wide. What is happening?
The fastest lap of a 1:44.4.
What has happened here? Peppermeat and Jake Moore. Peppermeat's still ahead of his teammate though. Dangerous stand being helped a bit. Jace Lee is still in the back of Senna. Whew. This is going to be good.
That cost Shane quite a bit of time there.
Look at that gap. Hamilton almost pretty much guaranteed the penalty as long as he keeps this. He needs to keep that 3 seconds. He'll go down to second, but he's pulling away, but not enough.
Not enough at the moment, but that will be.
Oh, Peppermeat, man with a cash lost the rear end a bit. Peppermeat up the inside.
Yeah, Peppermeat on man with the cash inside.
Oh, he's staying there. Oh no! Man with the cash.
What has happened to man with the cash?
He's lost the rear end. Oh dear.
Very unfortunate there. Don't know if there was a touch. I'm not going to comment.
I think he lost the rear end a bit. Just going, he went wide. He gave space, and that is a shame. But look at that, Dangerous Dan and Jake Moore. Can Dangerous Dan? Is he going to make a move? He's keeping it tight, but I don't think he will. But here we go. Going to cross the line in first on his technical debut, Moronix. No, Hamilton, my bad. But Paita moves up to first on penalties. Shame. Will he make any ground? No, he stays third. Peppermeat.
Yep.
Peppermeat gets a 5-second penalty
more.
for unserved penalty. Jake Lee
Lee.
moves up to 4th. Jake 5th.
Wow.
Senna up to 6th. Dangerous Dan up to 7th.
Wow. I know who my driver of the day is.
Wow. Well, I mean, 10
I
positions.
think it's got to be, after all he's been through, a wing change, and then damage wing again.
JC.
What a race. Yep, I think it has to be. That safety car helped him out big time, but he made the most of that.
Man with the cash just going round. He's going to not quite enjoy, but he's going to take his time, and he's not going to be happy with a singular point. But wow, that was what a finish. F2 always seems to be something happens in the last couple of laps, I swear. There you go, look at Alfa Romeo, Toro Rosso and Williams on the podium. Something you won't see in Formula 1, probably at all. If you want to join in fight, there is and driver of the day.
You can include your audio, please, guys.
And that was a finish to remember. There you go.
Pirate killed me.
First, Pie Eater. Second, RSF1 Hamilton. Third, RSF1 Shane. And fourth, Jace Lee. Fifth, Jake Moore. Sixth, RSF1 Senna. 7th, Dangerous Dan. 8th, Peppermeat. 9th, Jay Meadows. 10th, Man with the Cash. 11th is Raphael Leifer. 12th, Rakiak. In 13th, Swift. And in 14th is Toby. It's F2, always something happens in the last couple of laps. Race is never over.
What an entertaining race, guys. Hey, who do you wanna go first, DPS?
Yeah, I'll do first and third and first, and you do second and driver of the day.
Yep. For me, mate.
Well, that was a great race. Shane. Up in the battle, as 4 drivers look like they're going to get podium today, battling all race. I think 3rd place. Are you happy with that, or do you reckon you could have gotten more?
No, I'm pissed. Without the safety car, I think I'd have probably won. I was controlling the pace behind the guys in front. I knew Pepper had pitted again. Pater had pitted again as well. My tyres weren't the best, but I got to the end. Veronic's was touch and go. So I feel I'd have got the race win without the safety car. So I'm a bit annoyed, really. I just sat there leaning low and Pater dropped back. I stayed in leaning low, let him go back up and attack because I knew that he was pitting again. So it's one of them things. Third's better than being in the wall, I suppose.
There was some great driving though. You're battling Hamilton, you're battling Peppermeat, you're battling Pater all race. I think third's still very decent result, but obviously if you think you could have got first, that's bittersweet. But,
yeah, the safety car screwed me.
And we don't actually know why the safety car came out, so it's not going to make anything any better.
Raphael Leifer retired in the pits and then his car comes back out and pulled over somewhere.
Yeah, that's the game, that really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the game, it's just one of them things, but it's still annoying.
Yeah.
Well, after that, going into Austria next race, do you reckon you have everything to win that race? Do you reckon? Because I feel like you could have won the last couple. You've been up there. Do you reckon you can get it in Austria?
Moronix has got some real good pace. Hamilton's got some real good pace around Austria, if I remember correctly. So is Jake Moore. So he's it's going to be hard to compete with them guys, but top 5 I'd be happy with.
There you go. If you want to interview second.
Yeah, good racing, Shane, mate. On to second place,
Nice one.
which I believe was Hamilton.
Yes.
Hamilton, how do you feel your race went, mate, after a very, very close battle with all 4 really top 4 drivers, really good racing? How do you think your race went, mate?
The start was a bit frantic. I got a better launch and Pieter, and then that kind of threw everything into the mix. Shane got past us both into turn 1 and 2. After that, I just kind of followed Shane. I couldn't catch him since the wing setup. We both both forgot to change our setups to suit for the West. They're basically on dry setups. So I was using 3.6 wings. He was 2.5, so I couldn't overtake him in a straight. So I was just kind of sitting there. But I don't know. I just feel like you're playing cat and mouse. You can overtake the person in front of you. So it's just one of those races, I guess. Got to settle where you are.
Yeah, it did seem like it was hard to get the overtake done once you had got a run on a driver. Something I wanted to ask you, like, when you had, like, say, the first pit stop done, were you intending on going to the end on them tyres, or do you think you could have gone to the end and stopped that second pit stop, or do you think that was out of the window?
It was the plan, because in my mind, because Pieter stopped before us, he was going to stop again, so my real only competitor during that battle would have been Shane. That was my mindset going into it, but obviously you can't predict the safety car, but
You can't predict the safety car. But great race, mate, and yeah, on to the next one. How do you feel like you're going to go around the next track, which is Austria?
I'm going to need to put a lot of practice in for it. I'm starting to run no traction now, so it'll be a new experience, but I reckon I could be alright.
Good drive, mate. So that's
Cheers,
the
thank
next
you.
one.
There you go. That leads on to the winner of the race, Pieter. Congrats. You must
Thanks,
be
man.
enjoying getting the podium. Now you seem to be on it every week. I think. Talk us through it. How did you think that race went?
Well, quality was quite good for me. Putting it on pole again by like 1.5 tenths or something like that. That felt quite good. Well, I've never been in the 29s in practice, so it felt good getting the 29s, although it was only just. But then the only real talking point of the race is the end, really, isn't it? Just trying to, throughout the whole race, following people around, trying to keep it on the track. But then at the end, before the safety car, I was just following Hamilton, whatever he did, I was going to do. So as soon as that safety car, I was like, okay, I'm pitting no matter what now. So I pitted, and then we had this penalty, so I couldn't corner cut, track extend. I just had to keep it on the track, and with no penalties, overtook him in the end.
How did you feel about at the start? You didn't get quite the best start you were looking for. Missing out, you went down 2 positions. Did you feel from that point you could have won the race, or did you think that was there doubt? Do you reckon the Hamilton or me or Shane were going to beat you?
There was always doubt as soon as I knew it was raining. Like when I checked in quali and I saw the rain, I was like, okay, but I'm not finishing first here, because I know Hamilton and Shane are fast in the wet. So I don't really know really. I just tried to keep it on track, no penalties.
You had some great battles all race. Same for the rest of the podium. Going on to Austria, do you reckon it's another pole? Do you reckon you could get on the podium again? Do you reckon you could win?
Probably. Usually from pole I am quite good, finishing first every time I've been on pole. But obviously Hamilton's quick and Shane's quick and Jake's quick around Austria, so I've just got to put the practice in and then we'll see what the pace is like from there, really.
Thank you, and congrats again.
Thank you.
And on to our driver of the day, which is Jace Lee. Jace Lee, mate, how do you think your race went after that pretty hectic one. I think you're going to be pretty happy to finish where you finished, mate, in fourth. Good drive in the end.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that. That was ridiculous. Qualifying, the car just had so much understeer compared to practice. I just don't know where it all came from. I just couldn't do a fast lap. 2 seconds slower than what I can do. It's unbelievable. But anyway, probably started near the back or close to the back, or the last person. It was alright. Unfortunately, twice in the race, some Ferrari decided to make some opportunistic moves on someone in front, and then spinning in front of me, and I got that front wing damaged twice. So that was a bit frustrating, but went in on pits after the first stint. Pit crew decided to put wet tyres on the car, so another annoying bit of the race. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, Shane, that the safety car didn't help you, but it definitely helped me because it allowed me to come back up to the pack. And then I was I pitted onto the safety car, fresh tyres, and yeah, I just went as fast as I could in the last few laps. And I think that and a combination of penalties put me in 4th place. So a bit of a mixed bag, really. I was very lucky with the safety car.
Yeah,
Can I hazard a guess who the Ferrari driver was?
I don't even know who it was. It happened twice.
It was FIFA Hall. It was himself.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
Questionable driving standards, especially when the year takes in or puts out. Takes out or puts in extra scumbags.
Yes. Yeah. So I hate to think how I would have finished if I didn't have that, but oh well, that's what it's like. And I'd like to say congratulations to Hamilton especially as well, because obviously it's his first race with no traction that I know of.
Well,
from practicing, I think he did a good job.
Qualifying was no traction. I was not doing that in the race. But
I was thinking that it would have been unbelievable.
Oh, you didn't do it in the
if you kept
race?
on no traction in the rain.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
But yeah,
I'd take that back then.
qualifying was no traction though.
Well, there you go. You've got top 3 is, if I can remember all your names, fuck's sake. Paita, RSF1 Hamilton, and RSF1 Shane, driver of the day Jace Lee. Very hectic race, I think everyone can agree. And a bit more of a congratulations to RSF1 Hamilton, your technical debut after last week. Podium, very good result. So that's all from me and TopNotch. And
Bye,
we'll see you
everyone.
next week.
Good racing.